Go to the clay section, they have these boxes that you would use the letters to imprint in either clay, or you would imprint it into that stone stuff. I don't even know what they call that. You know what I'm saying though. The stones, you press it in. Alright, these are perfect for fondant. So when you go to a craft store, certainly check out the other aisles, because everything that's in the section for cakes, number one, is going to be very expensive, and you can get something pretty cost effective and get the same result. So I chose A because I'm Amy, and what I'm going to do is take some pink fondant that I have, and I'm going to roll it out. Now this is the key. This is going to save you so much time. And do you guys ever cut out like a circle and then you try to get a design, or you try to put an imprint in there and it's always cockeyed, it's not centered, and you do it like 5 times? Well, this is pretty easy. What you're going to do is, I've rolled it out already. Then I take my letter that I'm going to press into it, and I'm just going to simply press it in. Like so. I could probably press it a little harder than that. Now what you do is you take your circle, and then you place it over the letter, centering it, and cut it out. And then voila, you always have a centered circle, whatever you wanted to put in the middle of it. Just make sure that you use your impression first and then cut out the shape. You know how long it took me to figure that out? And then once I did, I'm thinking, what was I doing? Alright, so I made an A. But you don't want to just put the pink on top of the pink, because that's just going to just blend in and get lost. So I have some white fondant, and I have this really pretty scallop circle. And if you look through some of our portfolio pictures, you see this is something I like to do, and you'll see it on some of our flower pots and our baby onesies. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I have some white fondant. I'm going to roll it out. Like so. Alright, and then I'm going to take my scalloped edge and I'm going to just press out a circle. Like so. To give it a little bit more style than this, all you do is take one of these tools, I'm sure you guys have them, take the one with the smallest ball on the end of it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press down in each scallop. Just like this. And instantly it makes the scallop circle a little bit more exciting to look at. It's fun. Do it like that. So now that you have this part, I like to take a little bit of water on a paintbrush, put it in the middle, and then I'm going to take my my A. What's great is you can make these beforehand also. And I'm going to place it on top. And what's cute about this is that you just see a hint of the scallops, but it's just enough, and it's going to break up the. There we go. Okay. It's going to break up the pink. That's pretty. Then what you're going to do is we're going to place it on top of the design. So if this mother-to-be knows she's having a girl, and she's going to give her the gorgeous name of Amy, what a sweet design this is. Just like it's also a great gift. And then what you can do is put this same design on top of every cupcake, and that would be fabulous. So this is what we have so far. You can see this doesn't take super long to do. Now to give this design a little bit more of a realistic look, this is my second favorite tool. It has like a cross-stitching wheel on it, but it's a small one, because when you're working with cakelets, that other one that most of you guys probably have, which is a white one that has 3 different wheels you can choose from, one of them is a stitching wheel, those stitches are a bit large for a design like that, so it wouldn't be scaled correctly. One of these, this is, I don't even know who really makes this. Oh, it's PME. And I'm sure you guys can order that from any craft store. This one is perfect. It's delicate and it fits completely to the scale of what you're working on. So what I like to do is I like to take the stitching tool and just add some stitching. First thing I like to do, oh, before I do that, let me show you something real quick also. To give this so it's not so flat, you can gently pinch out the sides a little bit to give it a little bit of depth. I would do that by the legs, and I would do that by the arms. And all it does is just kind of gives it a little bit of contour. I mean, it's easy enough to do that. You can also do it here if you want to. As you see, once you do that, it's like, wow, it kind of gives it a little bit of shape. I'm going to do that a little bit more down here too. Okay. Once you've done that, then you can come in and use your stitching tool. Add some stitching down by the leg. And down. And then you can add stitching by this leg too. And down. So we've added the stitching down on this side and on this side. Another great place to add it is, you know how they always have stitching where the arms and the torso part meet on the onesie. So what I like to do for that is I start at the top, just up here, and just kind of meet to where the armpit would be. Same thing, meet to where the armpit can be. And it also gives a little bit more detail there. Another great thing you can do is you can do it where the arms are. And the more stitching you add, the more it makes it look a little bit more realistic. You don't want to go too stitching crazy because everything in moderation. This is a great tool for a little blanket. And when we do our diaper bag cakelets, great tool to make the little quilts that go in the into the diaper bag. Okay. Here I have some white royal icing. I have a number 4 tip on it in case you were wondering. And you can do any size for your circles, your little dots. And I'm going to add just some piping around the neck. That makes it pretty. See how easy that is? Now, see how I put the little indents there for where the snaps would be? You can leave it that way, or you can just fill it in. And I like to bring some white down this way too. Now, as you can see, you could go crazy. If you wanted to add polka dots all over, you could do that. If you wanted to add some little dots down here, you could do that as well. And it kind of leaves you open to anything. I've changed the tip on the royal icing and I've put a 12 on there, one of those big honkers. And what are you gonna do?
That's big to us in mini cake land, cakelet world.
Huge.
Freaking huge.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in the areas where an arm and a leg would come out, and that just kind of gives it a little bit more, contour. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you wanted to sit and measure out fondant pieces that could fit in here, you can do that, but this is totally cute. As you can see, it's really easy. And same for here, you've kind of made a little area that's open. And then same here. And then same here. This is totally cute. And there you have it. A really simple design to celebrate any baby on the way. This is our baby onesie cakelet. Thank you. Peace out.